With Doubtnut, get instant video solutions to all your maths, physics, chemistry, and biology doubts. Just click the image of the question, crop the question, and get instant video solution. Download Doubtnut app today.
Hello, the question is, pollen grains are shed at two-celled stage in angiosperms. Find the correct statement related to the above mentioned sentence. Okay, and the options are, if this happens, then pollen tube carries two male gametes from the beginning. This happens only in 20% of angiosperms. If this happens, then generative cell divides and forms two male post-pollination during the growth of pollen tubes. And if this happens, then pollen grains become motile and amoeboid. Okay, so here that second statement, that is 20% of angiosperms, is wrong here, because the pollen grains are shed at two-celled stage in angiosperms, that is about 60% of flowering plants. Right? So pollen grains in these 60% of flowering plant, they shed at two-celled stage, that is, first is tube cell and second one is the generative cell. Right? So further, what will happen? The development of the male gametophyte, that is pollen grain, male gametophyte, that is the pollen grain that occurs on the stigma, right? And pollen grain give rise to the pollen tube, which absorb nourishment from the cells of the style, right? Then the style and generative cell divides to give rise to the two male gametes. This generative cell give rise to the two male gametes, okay, after a pollination, or we can say the post-pollination, right? So here, that out of these, one fuse with the egg to form the one male gamete. 1 second, students. That is one male gamete that fuse with the one egg, right, to form the diploid zygote, that is generative fertilization, or we can say the syngamy, and second male gamete, the first one and the second male gamete that fuse with the central cell to form the endosperm, and this is known as the triple fusion, because male gamete is haploid and central cell is diploid here to give rise to the triploid endosperm, right? So here, that two sets of fertilization occur in the same embryo sac, that is refers to as the double fertilization. Okay, so pollen grains then shed at two-cell stage in angiosperms. Then the generative cell divides and form the two male gametes post-pollination during the growth of pollen tube. Okay, so that is our right answer. The first, the pollen tube carries two male gametes from the beginning, is wrong here. Okay, and this is also wrong because it is not 20%, it is 60% of angiosperms. And then pollen grains become motile and amoeboid is also wrong here. Right answer here is option C. I hope this will answer your question. Thank you.
For class 6 to 12, IIT JEE and NEET level. Trusted by more than 5 crore students. Download Doubtnut app today.